All right. Hold on. Hold on. Let me turn down my tunes. You know, it's not licensed, so let me turn this down real quick. We're gonna go to our launch. It wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be right if we don't go to the launch before we get into it. For some reason, the audio clips a bit whenever it wants to. And whenever it doesn't want to, it doesn't want to. But take us back to the glory days of that NBA on NBC Saturday and Sunday morning. Yo, remember the Sunday morning triple header? 3 games back to back to back. The triple header. What a time with nothing to do but watch basketball. And TNT is not going to even get close to doing what that NBA and NBC triple header was. What a time. That's when the league was stacked. The league is kind of stacked now, but when you look at the All-Stars from the 90s, way different than today. But also today, the quality of basketball athletes across the board, like the scrub from the 90s, would not be on the team today. Let's be honest. Let's be clear. But we here, weekly recap. Knicks got spanked yesterday by the Bucks. Unfortunately. I mean, I didn't expect for the Knicks to get a W. I don't know who expected for the Knicks to get a W. But every Saturday or every week, after doing several watch-alongs and several co-streams of live Knick games, I'm going to definitely do a weekly recap / live podcast recording. I figure why not keep it on Twitch? Keep it going. I could record this outside of Twitch and take as many stops and breaks as I want. But why not do the live pod? And if we get people to pop in and carry on, that'll be lit. That'll bring some different type of energy than a traditional cast or traditional pod. So if anybody pops in, feel free, drop something in the chat. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, we're gonna go on and on. We got some things.
Put the word out there that we back up.
We got some things.
We back up.
Got a couple things I'm gonna hit today for sure. Player of the week, bum of the week. Gonna get into some predictions today for the next couple games on the Knicks schedule. There's some RJ Barrett rumors out here. I don't know, true, false. I have no clue. Rumors are rumors, right? But hey, we're gonna talk about them because I think there's some things that I agree with from what the brief description of the rumors are, and just some general NBA talk. Let's actually start with that. Y'all been hearing me talk about the Knicks so damn much. Knicks are not bad. They're 3-2. Season just started, but the schedule is only gonna get harder. And one of the teams that they play against, the Sixers, straight trash. Like they are straight garbage this year. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's coaching. And I like Doc Rivers because he's a black coach, former Knick, let's be honest. But he's had issues everywhere he's coached. Orlando, Boston, LA Clippers, and Philly. And remember when he got to Philly, he was coach and GM or coach and president, something like that. And they were like, nah, you can't do this no more. You just need to solely focus on coaching. And it looks like there's a lack of effort on the court between or with Embiid and Harden. And getting Harden was supposed to unlock Embiid and unlock the Sixers. And I don't know what it is. When you see Embiid on the floor, he's just not putting maximum effort. Is it a health factor? When you see James Harden on the floor, he's doing James Harden Houston things. So I don't know if that's the type of play style that they want to do in Philly, because that's not the type of play style that you saw in Boston when they won a championship. It was defense first. And you got James Harden, you're talking about defense. Tyrese Maxey's balling, but I think they only won one game. I think they only won one game so far. Let's take a look here. And the Sixers are supposed to be one of the top teams in the Eastern Conference. At least top 4 teams in the East. And right now, they're not looking like it. They are not looking like it. Oh, they won 2 games. I'm sorry. They beat the Pacers, which is a beatable team if you're the Sixers. And they got their lick back. They beat the Raptors. After losing to the Raptors by 10, they beat them by like 20 plus points. So at least they got their lick back. Because imagine losing to the Raptors twice in a row. People would say you need to fire Doc Rivers. And I don't believe he should be fired. But Embiid was out. I know that because my parlay got voided. So thank you, NBA, for taking $10 away from me. But Tyrese Maxey scored 44 points. Tyrese Maxey had to go off. And honestly, like, they got time to turn this around. The season is early. But the same way I say if the Knicks are at a certain point come January, you're going to start to hear some trade chatter. And I think if the Sixers are at a certain point come January, you're going to hear some trade chatter. And I don't know what pieces they got to move. They have that's movable. Maybe Tobias Harris, because you're not trading Embiid. You're not trading Harden. And you damn sure not trading Maxey, not on this contract. This is a contract you want to keep. So maybe Tobias Harris goes somewhere. He's expendable. I think Maxey's there for that team to bring some balance in between Joel Embiid and James Harden. But you need somebody defensively. And they don't got it. They don't got it. The moment that they got rid of Jimmy Butler, they lost what they needed defensively. Whereas Joel Embiid doesn't have to work hard every night on defense. You got somebody like Jimmy Butler who's just a dog gonna get in your face. They got PJ Tucker, but PJ Tucker's old. He's 40. He's probably not 40, but he's 40 old. You like 40. He can't do it every night. And he's built for the playoffs. And what you get from him defensively, you need somebody else on the court to make up for that offensively. And Jimmy Butler was basically what they need. So pay attention to Philly. They might have time to turn it around. We'll see what's on their schedule. Who they play next? I know that they play the Knicks this week. I know that for sure. They play Chicago today. If Joel is still out, I think Chicago's getting a W. They play the Wizards on Halloween. And the Wizards played great yesterday. So if Embiid is out, that's another loss. Like, how long is Embiid out for? And they play the Wizards again on Wednesday at home. So I think they'll get their leg back, win or lose. If Embiid is back, they win both. And Friday, they play the Knicks. And we'll get into that later. But, whew, ay. Tickets are as low as $27 for that Sixers-Knicks game. Philly's focused on the World Series. They're not going to basketball right now. They don't care about basketball right now. But outside of New York, you could get some great ticket prices. So pay attention wherever you at. And another NBA general hot items. Shout out to the Lakers, man. The Lakers have not won a game. The Lakers have not won a game.
I beg your pardon?
All season. And the closest game was the Blazers, and they only lost by 2. How do you have LeBron and Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook, and every night you're showing up bumming it in a Laker uniform? They lucky Kobe not here no more. Because Kobe will be cooking them. Hell no. Lakers are 0-5. Lakers have a worse record than the Sacramento Kings. They have a worse record than the Sacramento Kings. One of the teams that you expect to suck, the Lakers are doing it worse than they are. Oh my God.
What do you mean by that?
This is hilarious because I'm not from LA. I'm not from the West Coast, but growing up watching basketball, so many turncoats have turned against New York because the Knicks just couldn't bring one home and hopped on the Lakers bandwagon because of Shaq and Kobe. Now, you can have a favorite player. That doesn't mean you got to jack the team. Like, growing up, my favorite player just happened to be on my favorite team, Patrick Ewing. And then I discovered Allen Iverson and Tracy McGrady and Carmelo Anthony. I ain't jacked their teams, but y'all turncoats jacked the Lakers, the purple and gold. It's a beautiful jersey, but y'all jacked that purple and gold. And now y'all suck, and now y'all quiet with LeBron, who didn't want to come to New York. Speaking of players who didn't want to come to New York, the Brooklyn Nets, Katie and Kyrie, worse record than the Knicks. And they both didn't want to come to the Knicks. Now, granted, the Knicks were skeptical of Kevin Durant's knee injury. How stupid can you be? It's Kevin Durant. That's like saying, oh, well, LeBron, not knee injury, sorry, his Achilles. LeBron's Achilles, we're concerned. So we're not going to offer him a max contract. Who cares? You do it, and you worry about it later. Like, if you gotta hire new medical staff to ensure that his Achilles is 200%, you hire new medical staff. But you go and give the best player available the best contract that you can pay him. And that's part of the reason why he ain't come here. And nobody wants to come here because they don't feel like the Knicks will take them serious. And other teams will lay down the red carpet, the gold carpet, the yellow brick road with the Coming to America King Jaffe roses on top for Durant and any top player. But I mean the Nets suck. So that's the past, and the Nets suck. So what are we gonna do, Brooklyn? And I'm a Brooklyn Knight, but the Nets will always be New Jersey's team. So what's gonna happen? You have a squad, like on paper, they got a squad. They got spanked by the Pelicans. Zion ate their food, ate their breakfast, lunch, took their snack, and left them with scraps. They beat the Raptors. They lost to Ja and the Grizzlies. They lost to Giannis. Giannis made them look silly. They lost to Luka. Defensively, how do you not beat the Mavs when you know Luka's going to do everything? Just double team Luka all game. Or shut down everybody else. And today they play the Pacers. That's going to be a great game to look out for. The Pacers are sleepers. So let's see. I might go to the Barclays Center because tickets are cheap in comparison to Madison Square Garden. But you got young buck Nick Claxton, who's good. Seth Curry, he'll be back soon. I think he's on the G League right now. You have Kevin Durant. Joe Harris, when he comes back, he gets paid $18 million. He needs to be on the floor and shooting those threes. Patty Mills, where's Patty Mills at? Where's Markieff Morris at? Come on. They got a squad. I'm not even going to get into Ben Simmons not wanting to score because he'll get there. He needs to get his confidence back. And that's really what it is. But the sleeper pick on this team is TJ Warren. When that guy comes back healthy, he's going to carry them. He's going to carry them. TJ Warren in the bubble was on fire. TJ Warren in the bubble could not be stopped. And then he got hurt, unfortunately. What can we do about that? But TJ Warren, man, give that kid a chance. He's going to do numbers. I wonder what that roster is going to be because you got KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons. And I think because TJ Warren can shoot, Seth Curry can shoot, Joe Harris can shoot, you could mix up the lineups. You could do KD, Kyrie, Ben, Joe Harris, Seth Curry. And just play a small ball lineup with Ben Simmons at the 5. He'll get bodied by bigger guys like Giannis and Joel Embiid, but you got to make sure your offense is potent enough where Ben Simmons could play that Draymond Green role, grab rebounds, play tough defense, make it hard on their best player defensively, make phenomenal passes and reads, and give you a triple-double with 11 points, 14 rebounds, and 12 assists. Ben Simmons should be able to, with his athleticism, give you at least 12 points a game, straight off layups and dunks, hook shots, anything around the rim. 2 free throws. Can't be scared to shoot free throws. Make or miss, just go to the line. It's okay. Legends have terrible free throw shooting percentage. LeBron doesn't have the best free throw shooting percentage, but he's a legend because you're not playing scared. And you have the strength and athleticism. At least you're going to get that back to get double-digit rebounds. You have the vision and ball handling to get double-digit assists, or maybe something close to that because you have other playmakers like Kyrie and Patty Mills. So that team will get it together if they know what they're doing. But it ain't 2K. So we'll see. But let's get into the bum of the week because I'm already hot. I'm already hot off the Knicks this week. And I'm trying to be okay. I am trying to be okay because I know the Knicks are not going to go 82-0, but I feel like they could beat everybody. And that's just me. But we got to be realistic. And coming off the season opener last week and the home opener last week, I wanted to wait to give this weekly recap because I wanted to see in the first couple games what type of lineups would be on the floor? Who would actually play together? Would we see quickly get more minutes? Because that's something that we wanted. Would we see Toppin get more minutes? Because that's a concern with Randall at the 4 and Randall being loved by Tom Thibodeau. Would Tom Thibodeau be more flexible with his lineups? Because you have Quickly and you have Toppin and you have Grimes. And we all know Donovan Mitchell was supposed to be here, but the Knicks didn't want to trade Quentin Grimes. And it's not only Quentin Grimes. The Jazz asked for like 3 players and 3+ picks for one man. And I would not do that. Yes, he's a star player and he's an all-star. And in New York, he will elevate himself, I believe. But he ain't KD. And that's the type of trade package that the Nets were looking for KD. And they couldn't get that. So I appreciate not getting fleeced for one man when you got several who are projected and they have the talent to elevate themselves. RJ Barrett is supposed to elevate himself this season, and he's bricking.
What do you mean by that?
But he's not the bum of the week. Man, I think he's averaging like 18 points or 18, 19 points. So he's right at his average for the last year, but he needs to score like 24 a game. And I think he will because he's missing makeable shots. Quentin Grimes is injured. We haven't seen Quentin Grimes. Evan Fournier is only playing about 24 minutes a game. And I wonder what that'll look like when Quentin Grimes comes back. Cam Reddish elevated himself. So we know we have talent that can elevate themselves. Hartenstein, great signing. The heart. You got to have somebody on the team that's going to play with heart. And it can't only be Mitchell Robinson and Emmanuel Quickly. Derrick Rose is playing extremely efficient. But I don't have the soundbite up. But the bum of the week is Evan Fournier.
I beg your pardon.
Evan Fournier is the bum of the week. And I need echo. I got to figure out how to put echo on this. So that way, when I say bum, I get a little bum, 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 bum. But yeah, Evan Fournier has been bumming it. And I promised when I made this channel that I wasn't going to deep dive into stats too much because everybody goes into stats. Everybody talks about stats. You have a phone, you have a computer, you have a TV, they talk about stats. You can look the stats up yourself. I'm just talking about what I'm seeing. Evan Fournier looks like he doesn't want to be there. He looks like the guy that just comes to work and he does a little bit and then you don't see him again. You don't know where he at. Did he go to lunch? Did he come back from lunch? And then when it's time to clock out, you see him. And then you don't see him until tomorrow. That's what Evan Fournier is. He doesn't work hard on defense for a coach that hangs his hat on defense. And all he's there to do is to shoot and pass. Sometimes he does a little bit more like, oh, I'm trying to get out of here. Let me, ha, 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 ha. Like, classic. I just came here for my check and I'm out of here. Evan Fournier could do so much more because he used to cook the Knicks. He used to cook the Knicks when he was on Orlando. Oh my God.
He was special.
Every time Orlando would play the Knicks, Evan Fournier would cook us. Now, he's not even in the kitchen. He's not even groceries. He's not even nothing. Like, what's your purpose? Because Quickly can also shoot and pass. Grimes can also shoot and pass. Toppin's shot is falling. And he's an NBA player, so he can pass. And you're not even passing to dime people up. You're passing because you're getting rid of the ball. You're looking like Julius Randle yesterday when he saw Giannis. When Julius Randle saw Giannis, he was like, nah. Get this, here. Somebody else. I would have put Julius Randle as bum of the week, but he's actually had a great week, except for yesterday. So, can't be prisoner of the moment. But on the bright side, look at my king. If you happen to take a look at the screen, look at my king with the pass. The new king of New York, Jalen Brunson. This is his team. He's not here to trash talk. He's not here to get into anybody's face. He's just here all day. He's settling the offense. He's only 6'1", but he's stocky. So you're not going to run him over on defense. So he has strength and size on defense. And he's going to get in your face, which is why I'm excited for tomorrow's game against the Cavs, because him playing defense on Donovan Mitchell. What? We forget Jalen Brunson was cooking the West in the playoffs? Cook? The same way Fournier used to cook the Knicks? Jalen Brunson was cooking the West. Let's not forget it. Donovan Mitchell versus Jalen Brunson. It could have been Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson. It could have been Jalen Brunson and DeJounte Murray. But Jalen Brunson has been killing, leading the team in assists, a point away from leading the team in points. Jalen Brunson could easily average 20 points a game minimum, 3-4 rebounds, 7-8 assists. I'll take that. What a steal. 100 mil? Steal. I don't know why people was hating on that. Because he's not what? An all-star? Well, he playing like one. That's for sure. Player of the week, man. Shout out to he might be the player of the week next week. I already foresee. Based upon the matchups. You're based upon the matchups of who the Knicks are gonna play. But get into that right now. Let's get into that. The next 4 games, day and next Saturday, all tough. And I gotta figure out my watch along streaming schedule for this, but gonna be tough because we got Sunday games and we got Saturday games out here, so can't always stream. But tomorrow they play the Cavs, who just came off of a crazy game where Mitchell and LeVert both dropped 40. You did not know Casanova. He dropped 40 points each. And now they play tomorrow after all the Donovan Mitchell New York Knicks rumors. Listen. Donovan Mitchell has no reason to say, oh, this is a revenge game for us. He got no reason for that. But I will say he does have a reason to show out. But they're not gonna be playing in the Garden. They're gonna be playing in Cleveland. So show out all you want. It's the home team. Nothing to do against who you're playing. You're supposed to show out when you're playing for the home team. But I'm interested to see how he's going to play against the Knicks, because I would think he'll be nervous. This is the team he wanted to play for that ended up not getting him, right? They tried, but they ended up not getting him. So we're going to see how that works out against Jalen Brunson and RJ Barrett and the New York Knicks. Hopefully, our boy Julius Randle is going to be playing scared tomorrow, and he does what he's supposed to do, because I think the Knicks will get a victory. I really think the Knicks can get a victory, but they could also lose, because I'm looking at it. The Cavs have momentum coming off a victory like that. You want to carry that momentum. And the Knicks just lost. They just lost. So the Knicks don't really have momentum. It's a reset. And they're traveling from Milwaukee to Cleveland. It's not that far of a distance, but oh man, that's going to be tough. I don't know if the Knicks going to win based on momentum. So I have them catching the L. It's a Sunday game. Cavs are at home. I have the Knicks catching an L. It'll be close. If they come out with a W, sure. And honestly, if the Knicks won yesterday, if they beat the Bucks yesterday, I would have the Knicks winning. But because of momentum, I got to go with the momentum. 2 L's in a row. I could be wrong. I'm not a psychic. I'm not Miss Cleo. So we're going to see. Following game. This is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting. I traded the game. Ice. Trae Young. I got loud. I got excited. I'm happy for this game because forget the playoffs. The Knicks own the Atlanta Hawks in the regular season every single time.
Buddy, back up.
Forget the playoffs. Forget what happened 2 years. The Knicks, in the regular season. In the Garden on Wednesday, we already know Trae Young loves New York. He loves Madison Square Garden. We got to stop cursing and spitting at Trae Young.
What do you mean by that?
We got to treat Trae Young nice so that way we can kill him. We got to treat the Hawks nice because in a year or two, maybe if they don't keep DeJounte Murray, he can end up on the Knicks. Let's not forget, he was local when the Knicks could have gotten him and the Hawks got him for nothing. He was local. He was in New York City. They could have pulled up on him. And they did it. They did not. I don't understand, man. They did not. They did not. Because they were hyper fixated on Brunson, who was going to come here anyway, and trying to get over on the Jazz for Donovan Mitchell, when it turns out the Jazz were just trying to get over on the entire time. So that, but you got to treat Atlanta nice, because we could beat Atlanta, and I have the Knicks beating Atlanta. I have the Knicks beating Atlanta on Wednesday. They beat DeJounte Murray when he was on the Spurs last year. They've beaten the Hawks several times in the regular season. They don't have Kevin Huerter to shoot like crazy. They don't have Gallinari to shoot like crazy. They did get better defensively because of Murray. But matchup-wise, we match up very, very well with them. And I'm damn sure streaming that game on Wednesday. So lock in. We leaving with a W. And then on Friday, we take a short trip to Philly and play those bums. And I haven't taken that out. Because the Knicks are going to nick. They're going to be hype off themselves from beating Atlanta, one of the top Eastern Conference teams right now. They're going to travel to Philly. Doc Rivers is going to say, I know this team. Joel Embiid is going to do Joel Embiid things. He's going to flop around. He's going to shoot 14 free throws because he's going to be flopping around. James Harden flopping around. And Philly's going to win. It's not going to be a beautiful game at all. But Philly's going to leave with a W. I hate it because I know the Knicks could beat Philly. But I just feel that that'll be one of those games that, you could have stolen one, but it just didn't work out. But speaking of stealing a game, the following day we're back home and we play Boston. Knicks are getting that W. What are y'all talking about? And I'm not saying it to have a wild take. I know y'all out there in the internet land love to have wild takes. I know. It's all right. Celtics catching this L. Celtics catching this L. Let's not forget last year. Knicks beat the Celtics last year. Celtics beat the Knicks last year. It's always competitive. We play each other 4 times, and each game is going to be competitive. No matter what the box or final score is, it's going to be a competitive game no matter what. And I think the Knicks are going to show up. Even though it's a back-to-back, the Knicks are going to show up. They're not trying to lose. That's a home game before they go on the road. And they have a weird road trip. You come back to New York from Philly to play Boston. And then you go to Minnesota to play Minnesota on Monday. So you play Boston Saturday night. That means you have to take either after the game or Sunday morning to travel to get to Minnesota to play on Monday. To come right back to play in Brooklyn on Wednesday. That's a wonky schedule right there, because you're already on the East Coast, Philly, Boston, and then you got to go to the North Midwest to come right back to the East Coast for Brooklyn, and then 2 home games. That Minnesota game should have been either a home game or right after Cleveland. They should have flipped Atlanta with Minnesota. So that way you can at least not be up and down the road traveling. Those type of things in the schedule are why teams lose. Maybe the NBA should hire me as a schedule maker. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna beat the Celtics, and this week we're going 2-2. We could lose to the Celtics and beat the Sixers and still be 2-2. Hell, we could beat the Cavs and be 3-1. We could beat all these teams and go 4-0 because Sixers are reeling, and we do have a tendency to play well against the Hawks and Celtics and leave with W's. And we play up to our competition. So let's see. I'm giving a 2-2 record. I'm giving a 2-2 record. So those are my predictions. Let me know if you agree or disagree. But while y'all hit me with y'all thoughts, let's get into this weird RJ Barrett rumor that came across my Twitter timeline and my Instagram timeline. And I'm only going to touch on it because it's only a rumor and I didn't see it gain much traction. So it could be BS. It could be BS.
I beg your pardon.
But I think I have an idea of where this rumor comes from. And the rumor essentially says that RJ's camp has concerns with his workload. And I think that's just some hot air because he's not shooting well. And you constantly see RJ Barrett working hard on defense and working his ass off on offense to get a shot. Whereas other players are not working as hard around the league because they're getting easier shots. And I feel like if this is true, this is because he's not shooting the ball well. And you want a scapegoat instead of taking responsibility and accountability. You blame the workload, which is in turn blaming the coach. I don't think this is from RJ Barrett because this does not to what we've seen from RJ Barrett in profession. He's been drafted and he's only 22 and he works hard. He works at every single thing he's told he needs to improve on. So I don't believe this is true at all. I think it's nonsense. But I will say he does need to get better at scoring. Right now, he's averaging 18 points a game. For the amount of shots he's taking, that's low. He's not efficient. He's not efficient at all. So we can see improvement. That doesn't mean you relax on defense, but the better he'll perform offensively, the more shots that fall from him, the more assists he'll make. Because now teams will play him on defense. They're leaving him open. He shot 14% from three against the Bucks. 14%. You got to make his free throws as well. But we know the kid can score. We know he can attack the basket. He hasn't been hurt, really, in his career. No, threatening injuries. So just get a little bit more aggressive when you attack the rim. Go up for that. Go up for that. Don't go for those little layups. Go get a dunk. Go inject some energy into your system and into this team. I need to see that. And he's probably not going to shoot well tomorrow either. He's only shooting 28% on the road. That's horrendous. They've only played 2 road games, but that's horrendous. But Does he miss makeable shots? Yes, he does. And that's something that has nothing to do with workload. If you're wide open for three at the beginning of the game in the first quarter and you miss it, and you miss 2 threes, that ain't workload. That's you. You missing wide open layups, that's you. You missing little floaties, that's you. Just be natural. Stop overthinking. Stop overthinking. I'll never call RJ a bum, but my God, RJ in college.
He was special.
He was special. Oh my God. Yeah, that room was bull. That room was bull. But he works hard on defense. But when Quentin Grimes comes back, let's designate Quentin Grimes as our 3-and-D guy. Put Fournier on the bench and let RJ go crazy on offense. I don't care if he misses 15 shots a game. Keep shooting them if you open. Drop 30. Go 10 for 25 and drop 30. Because 2 of those need to be 3-pointers. The rest are layups, dunks, or close shots in the paint. And make your free throws. I want to see a 30-point game from RJ Barrett. At least average out to be a 24, 25-point scorer. You're capable of doing that. Extremely capable of doing that. But my goodness, 14% from the 3-point line? Good Lord, 14%? Oh.
Personal, I would have punched him right on the spot.
Are they saying something to you when you shoot? Like, 14% is abysmal. Well, speaking of abysmal, let's get into my fantasy basketball team. Because I've been killing it out here. Actually, let me set my lineups right now. Because there's a number of games today. And I'll tell y'all who I got my teams and who I got on my teams before we wrap up. Okay, let's adjust these lineups live right on the spot. All right. So, my first team, this is my Dynasty Basketball League. I've been in this league for, I don't know, about 8-9 years. You keep 2 players in this league. And for the past couple of years, I've been keeping Devin Booker and Karl Anthony Towns. But I'll put Karl Anthony Towns on the trading block because I want to see what I could get. He's not getting as many rebounds or scoring because of Rudy Gobert. He's still a premier player, so I want to see what I could get for him. But it's my squad. I'm 1-0 so far. And I'm barely winning my matchup, but the matchup ends tomorrow, so let's see. Shai Gilgeous plays tonight. DeJounte Murray plays tonight. I got Keldon Johnson on the Spurs. Lauri Markkanen plays tonight. Karl Towns does not play. I got Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton has been sleeping. He's a sleeping giant. Some days he'll give me a good old double-double. Some days he'll just give me the 5th option on the Nets numbers. So take that as it comes. You got to take the ups with the downs. Royce O'Neal. Now, Royce O'Neal is a sneaky player, sneaky pick. I picked up in free agency. He can score, he can shoot, he can grab rebounds, and he'll give me some steals and blocks. Kevin Huerter, my guy. Santi Aldama, I had to pick him up. I had to. Some games he's not that great, but this is a categories-based league, so he will give me some blocks, and he will give me a field goal percentage because everything is from close to the rim or wide open 3. Devin Booker, Jaden Ivey. I always like to pick a rookie because you never know. could go off, and I got me a keeper pick or somebody that's tradable. Jamal Murray, who's slowly getting back into form. Slowly. He's on a minutes restriction, though. But he's taking shots, and he's missing shots. But he has confidence. So, RJ Barrett, follow your fellow Canadian, and please shoot with confidence. Please. I
beg your pardon.
Because Jamal Murray in the playoffs,
Special. I beg your pardon.
he was special. I also got Jalen Green, and we all know how Jalen Green can rock. So I feel like I got a solid team here. Let's go to my other fantasy basketball team. Oh, the name of this team is Obi Toppin Stoppin Boppin. My other fantasy basketball team, the Street Corner Glizzies. Let's see who we got. Come on, fantasy basketball. Load faster than this. This I'm not paying attention to as much. I'm actually trying to give up this team. But got a little decent squad. D'Angelo Russell, Donovan Mitchell, OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam. If y'all not watching what Pascal Siakam is doing, he is balling. He's doing everything. He's scoring, rebounding, assists. That man could do it all. Scored a triple-double on the Brooklyn Nets head. Nikola Vucevic, double-double machine. James Harden, Aaron Gordon, Capella, he's fading away, man. Kelly Oubre, Wiseman, he's a young guy. You never know what could happen with Wiseman. Chris Middleton, he needs to come back. Marcus Smart, and Christopher Duarte. Oh, I got hiccups. Pardon me. Talking my ass off. That's why. And this is my random team. I joined a random fantasy basketball draft. Oh, I need to set the lineup. Hold up. I got a squad over here. Y'all not hearing me. I got a squad over here. I'm in a tight race. I'm losing by 23 points. I got Ja 12. Him? But he's not playing today. So, and they playing Utah. Damn, he's not playing today. I got Harden, the beard, who's been playing pretty well, except for the last 2 games. Jeremy Grant. Loving Jeremy Grant. So let him run wild. Paolo. I need an echo on this. I'm going to work on getting an echo, I swear. Because certain names, Paolo Banchero. He's going to be rookie of the year. He's going to be rookie of the year. He's averaging 23 and 8 already. He's going to kill. Paolo's been killing. I'm sorry. Paolo's been killing. If I trade Towns for Paolo, I might. Because Towns ain't going to give me that many blocks anyway. I might trade. Let's see. I got Christian Wood, who's having a great year, except for the game when he played Brooklyn and I lost money because he's averaging 21 a game. I said, hey, Christian Wood, he's going to score 15 plus. I figure he's averaging 21. I'll take the 15 points, do a safe bet. This guy dropped 11 points and they went to overtime. What a bum. He's not a bum. I got DeJounte Murray again because I believe in him. Y'all going to soon learn how much I love DeJounte Murray if y'all haven't already. I wish the Knicks had Shante Murray. Come on, why y'all ain't do that, man? I'm about to get him on the Knicks in 2K. I got Michael Porter Jr., another shoulda, coulda, woulda for the Knicks. Colin Sexton, who looks like he's coming off the bench. He did have a horrific injury, so give him some time. Mitchell Robinson. You already know I got to have a home team. Aaron Gordon, Brandon Ingram, who's out, Wendell Carter, and Jaden Ivey again. That's the random league that I'm in. And it's close. I might lose because Ja's out tonight. And I need Ja. I need Ja. Someone in this league dropped Karis LeVert. Wow. They dropped Karis LeVert and then he dropped 40. I know who it is. Oh, I'm a talk. I am going to talk so much because you dropped Karis LeVert. Oh, I am going to talk some smack. I can't wait. How you drop Karis LeVert? First of all, his name is LeVert. I'm not your Casanova. Come on. You got to keep him off the strength of his last name. But anyway, now my Dynasty League. I love this league. For those who don't know about this league, I talked about it in one of my early streams. But this league is an NBA style dynasty. You keep 8 players at the end of the season, and the bottom 3 teams are put into a NBA style draft lottery. And then that determines the draft order. Look at my squad. Mixture of vets and young. Tyler Hero. I know Tyler Hero is going to kill, especially in a year or two. I plan on keeping him. Shea Gilgeous Alexander from Canada. He ain't going nowhere. Royce O'Neal just picked up. I got to get those categories. Paolo Banchero is going nowhere. He's staying on this team. Alperen Sengun. I believe in him. He's averaging a double-double. What we talking about? He's averaging a double-double. He's not even playing a lot of minutes. Talk to me nice. Trae Young. Ice Trader Gang. Wendell Carter Jr., a nice center, a nice big. And I drafted him late too. James Wiseman. Remember, this is a dynasty league. I'm thinking years in the future. But also, I have enough pieces to win now. Keegan Murray off the Spurs. Jeremy Grant, a stat stuffer. Cade Cunningham just dropped 35 yesterday. Cade Cunningham is doing everything we thought he would do. Kevin Love, not a great player right now, but it's a roster spot I needed to fill. And I got TJ Warren in the stash. And I got Big Chet Holmgren on IR. I know he's out for the year, but I'm keeping him for the next year. I'm not playing no games. Somebody in this league dropped Santi Aldama. Are you crazy? I love Santi Aldama. I might pick him up. Let me see. You'll know next week. We'll talk about it. But shout out to the first weekly recap. This will be available on Twitch and everywhere where the podcasts are. I don't have any outro music. I need some outro music. That's coming. That is coming. But I'm gonna give myself a round of applause real quick. Let's see if my predictions come true for the Knicks this week. Look at that young King Jalen Brunson real quick. Look at that young King Jalen Brunson. Look at that pass. Look at him create. Let's see if we end up being 2-2 or better. I'll go 500 on the next 4 games. That'll put us right on track. But I want to be better than that. So catch y'all on the flip side. I'm gonna have some exit outro music. Outro music imminent. And hopefully we have a good week. Streaming on Wednesday for sure. I gotta see about that Friday, Saturday game. I gotta feel it out. Just because of the time, like a Friday and a Saturday. Woo! Jeez. Anyway, we out of here.